Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. I'm sorry this is a little late getting to you. That is my fault. There were some technical issues on my side that made it harder to get it to you. But hopefully this will be good and you'll be able to do a little bit more practice with some of the things that we've been working on. So today we're going to keep on working in the Burlington English unit that we've been working in. So we're still talking about diversity. Today we're going to do some listening, and you're also going to do some vocabulary practice. So we're going to do listening together, and then I'm going to give you a worksheet to practice some vocabulary. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our listening. So I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see it and follow along. All right, hopefully you can see it. So today we're looking, again, we're still in that diversity unit, and we're doing the listening portion of it. So when we do reading, when we talk about our reading tests, when we talk about how to take tests, we talk about the order in which we read things. So we've talked in the past about what do you read first, what do you read second, what do you read third when you are answering questions, when you're answering a multiple choice test question. So the same is true for listening. The same is true when you're answering questions based on a listening. So when we talk about reading, we talk about how you read the question first, then the answers, then the text. So if you have a paragraph, a question, and some answers, you read the question first, then those answers, and then the paragraph. So the same is true for listening. We're going to read the question first, then the answers, and then listen to it. So the question first, then the answers, and then the listening. Now, these listenings are a little bit longer, so we're going to listen to them at least 2 times, but as you go, you might have to take notes or look at the answers and choose the correct answers as you hear them, because this is a longer listening than we've done in the past. So let's first read the question. So the question says, listen to the presentation. So we're going to be hearing a presentation. What do you learn about Mexico? So the presentation is going to be about Mexico, and we are going to be answering what we learned about Mexico. Choose the correct answers. So A says, what countries Mexico is bordered by? So remember, when we talk about being bordered by, it means the countries that are right next to other countries. Why people enjoy soccer. So why means they're going to give reasons for people enjoying soccer. When Mexico became independent, so we'd be listening for a time, the time that Mexico became independent. What people do on Independence Day. So what activities, what are some things that they do to celebrate Independence Day? And what color the flag is. So the colors of the Mexican flag. So as we listen to this, you're going to be listening for these 5 things. And if you hear one of them, put a little check mark next to it. Keep track on your own to see if you hear everything. Now again, this is a little bit of a longer listening than what we've done in the past, and we will listen to it twice, but if you need to listen to it again, you can always stop the video and go back. So let's listen to it the first time.
Sophia is from Mexico. She told me a lot about her country. Mexico is bordered by 3 countries, the United States, Belize, and Guatemala. It is also bordered by the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea, and the Pacific Ocean. In Mexico, people enjoy playing and watching sports in their free time. Soccer and baseball are the most popular sports. Family is very important in Mexico. Many extended families live in the same house or neighborhood. On weekends, many families like to spend time together. One important holiday in Mexico is Independence Day. There are many special celebrations all over the country. The celebrations begin at night on September 15th. People gather in the center of towns and cities to watch fireworks. On September 16th, there are parades and feasts. People eat foods that are the same colors as the Mexican flag, green, white, and red. Many buildings around the country are also decorated in green, white, and red.
All right, so that was our first time listening. Hopefully that helped you get an idea of what the listening is going to sound like, what speed she is moving at. So we listened to her talk about what she learned during a presentation. So hopefully as we went, you heard a few of these things. If not, that's okay. We're going to listen to it again one more time. And then if you need to listen to it more, you can always go back in the video and listen again. So let's listen one more time.
Sophia is from Mexico. She told me a lot about her country. Mexico is bordered by 3 countries, the United States, Belize, and Guatemala. It is also bordered by the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea, and the Pacific Ocean. In Mexico, people enjoy playing and watching sports in their free time. Soccer and baseball are the most popular sports. Family is very important in Mexico. Many extended families live in the same house or neighborhood. On weekends, many families like to spend time together. One important holiday in Mexico is Independence Day. There are many special celebrations all over the country. The celebrations begin at night on September 15th. People gather in the center of towns and cities to watch fireworks. On September 16th, there are parades and feasts. People eat foods that are the same colors as the Mexican flag, green, white, and red. Many buildings around the country are also decorated in green, white, and red.
All right, so let's take a look. If you need to listen to it again, that's perfectly fine. Just stop the video and go back a little bit so you can listen to it as many times as you need to. So after you have done listening to it, let's take a look. There are 5 answers. So which ones did you choose? Take a look right. Hopefully you have written down which letters you think are correct. So we had what countries Mexico is bordered by, why people enjoy soccer, when Mexico became independent, what people do on Independence Day, and what color the flag is. All right, make sure your answers are down and let's check them. So the correct answers were A, D, and E. So what countries Mexico is bordered by? Which countries is it bordered by? She said there are 3. We have the United States, Belize, and I believe Guatemala. Then D, what people do on Independence Day. She talked about the activities that people did to celebrate Independence Day. And then what color the flag is. So she also talked about how people eat foods that are the same color as the Mexican flag, which is red, white, and green. Good. So these other 2, they mentioned sports and they talked about Independence Day, but they did not specifically talk about why people enjoy soccer. So they did not give those reasons. And when Mexico became independent. They didn't tell us the exact date that it became independent. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at our second listening. So it's our second and last listening for today. Here we go. So in this one, we're doing something a little bit different. You are going to, we're going to follow the same order of our reading. So we're going to read the answer, the question, the answers, and then do the listening. So the question says, listen to the presentation, then drag the words to complete the sentences. So on your own paper at home, just write down the correct word that goes in each sentence. So you'll just write down the word that will answer or fill in these sentences. So it is going to be one of these 6 words. August 15th, live, fields, 6, baskets, and badminton. So you're going to be using those 6 words and filling in these 6 sentences. So sentence number 1 says, India is bordered by blank countries. Number 2, Independence Day is celebrated on blank. Cricket, field hockey, and blank are popular sports. Pottery, puppetry, and making blank are popular crafts. Extended families often blank together. And in rural areas, children often work in the blank. So, first, we've read the question, then we read the possible answers, and now let's listen. So just like last time, we are going to listen to it twice, but if you need to listen to it more, just rewind it and listen to it again. So let's listen to it the first time.
Raul told me about India. India is a large country in southern Asia. It is bordered by Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma, Nepal, China, and Pakistan. One important holiday in India is Independence Day. It's celebrated on August 15th. Schools and businesses are closed. People spend the day with family and friends. Some people like to have picnics. Many people also like to fly kites. In their free time, people like to play sports and make crafts. Cricket is the most popular sport in India. Many people like to watch cricket and play it. People also like to play badminton and field hockey. In their free time, many people in India enjoy crafts such as pottery, puppetry, and making baskets. Family is very important in India. Extended families often live together. There are many poor people in India. Families in rural areas often work together in the fields.
All right, so that is the first time listening. Because this one is a little bit longer, it might be helpful to follow the answer sentences. So they are in order, so try to answer number 1, and then listen for number 2, then listen for number 3, then listen for number 4, number 5, number 6. So this is a little bit longer of a listening, but if you follow those, that can help organize it as you listen. So we are going to listen to it one more time. If you need more, you can always rewind, but let's listen to it the second time.
Raul told me about India. India is a large country in southern Asia. It is bordered by Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma, Nepal, China, and Pakistan. One important holiday in India is Independence Day. It's celebrated on August 15th. Schools and businesses are closed. People spend the day with family and friends. Some people like to have picnics. Many people also like to fly kites. In their free time, people like to play sports and make crafts. Cricket is the most popular sport in India. Many people like to watch cricket and play it. People also like to play badminton and field hockey. In their free time, many people in India enjoy crafts such as pottery, puppetry, and making baskets. Family is very important in India. Extended families often live together. There are many poor people in India. Families in rural areas often work together in the fields.
All right, so that was our second listening. If you need to listen to it again, just go back and listen to it as many times as you need to get the answers. So make sure you have written down the correct answer for each sentence. Remember, it is one of these words up here. And let's go through this together. So, number 1, India is bordered by 6 countries. So, India is bordered by 6 countries. Number 2, Independence Day is celebrated on August 15th. Number 3, cricket, field hockey, and badminton are popular sports. Pottery, puppetry, and making baskets are popular crafts. Extended families often live together. And in rural areas, children often work in the fields. Good. Good. So hopefully you were able to hear those answers. This one was, again, both of these were a little bit longer of listenings than we have done in the past. So it's good practice to be able to listen for those specific answers and make sure you are following the best order, that you are reading first the question, then the answers, and then listening to it. All right, let me stop sharing this and talk a little bit about the vocabulary practice that you're going to be doing. So for homework tonight, and we will go through it in class, I'm going to give you a worksheet to practice the vocabulary a little bit more. You've already done some writing with the vocabulary, and we did some practice in class last time, but I want to make sure that we are using the vocabulary, that we are practicing using it so that you can use it in your everyday life. So I will send you that worksheet to go with the video. So first do the video, do some listening where you can hear that vocabulary being used, and then work on that worksheet for homework, and we will check it in class next time. All right, guys. Hopefully you all are doing well. I miss seeing you. Please let me know if you have any questions. If as you were listening to these, as you were hearing them, if you had anything that you didn't understand, please let me know. And if you have any questions about the vocabulary homework, also just send me a message. I will respond. All right, I will hopefully see you all soon, and have a lovely day, guys. All right, bye, guys.